Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Day after day, the tension and pressure is growing so much in the camp of the former governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha. Some few days ago, we heard that Olu Political Conservative Assembly, which is a part of the people supporting the government of Hope Uzodimma, had determined to ensure that they recall Okorocha from the Senate, considering he's president, what he has done in the past. They don't want him to stay there. They want to recall him. But right now, the supporters of the ex-governor also are mounting a lot of pressure to dissuade the governor and his supporters from continuing with the process of recalling the ex-governor from the Senate. According to the news, supporters of Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma and his predecessor Rochas Okorocha have clashed over an alleged plan to recall Okorocha as the senator representing Imo West District at the National Assembly. According to Punch, while a group of Uzodimma supporters called the Olu Political Conservative Assembly insisted to continue with the plans to recall Okorocha from the Senate, the Association of Olu Women for Good Governance urged Uzodimma not to spend state resources to recall the senator. AOWGG at a press conference asked Uzodimma and Okorocha, who they describe as their sons, to stop disgracing the people of Olu Zone. The association president general Mrs. Bailia Chibuike advised Uzodimma to face governance and stop fighting Okorocha. She said, and I quote her words, the government of Chief Hope Uzodimma should face governance and provide the dividends of democracy for Imo people and leave Okorocha alone. The state government should take back the 1 billion naira reported to have been given to OPOCA, that's Olu Political Conservative Assembly, for the so-called recall of Okorocha and use the money for other meaningful things in the state. However, the Olu Political Conservative Assembly has insisted on its plan to recall Okorocha, saying that the senator has crossed the red line and has touched the tail of a sleeping tiger. The group spokesperson Modestus Nwampa, who is also the senior special assistant to the governor on print media, said Okorocha had not represented the district well at the Senate. Nwampa said it was wrong for Okorocha to have launched a campaign of calumny against the governor, who is also from Olu Zone, which Okorocha represents at the Senate. Nwampa said, and I quote, he said, now the question is, why does OPOCA want to recall Okorocha? It is said that he who obstructed the beheaved peace should ensure the pains of the beast sting. Should endure the pains of the beast sting. Okorocha has crossed the red line. He has touched the tail of a sleeping tiger, and resultant effect is what he is currently facing. Recall. Nwampa said OPOCA has been at the forefront of defending the interests of Olu Zone, saying any Olu man holding the position of Imo governorship must be protected at all costs. Olu interests must come first. Okorocha had on February 21st alleged that Uzodimma attacked him with talks. The state police command also arrested the former governor and 3 of his political associates after government and security officials stormed the Royal Spring Palm Estate, Owerri, and unsealed it. The estate was linked to Okorocha's wife, Nkechi. The state government said its action was in accordance with the report of a judicial panel set up by a former governor, Emeka Ihedioha, before he left office. Meanwhile, young youths operating under the aegis of Imo West Youth for Good Governance, have asked Uzodimma to sack his special advisor on special duty, Chinasa Nwaneri, and senior special assistant on youth affairs, Eric Wakwe, for allegedly leading talks to attack Okorocha on February 21st. At a press conference in Owerri, the state capital, on Wednesday, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, IWYGG, Prince Wisdom Nwawa, asked the governor to hand over the 2 aides to the police for prosecution. Nwawa said that the attack on Okorocha, a serving senator, was another sad commentary on our democracy. Serious one day coming from all quarters. If you notice, those in support of Okorocha's government are mounting pressure, and those in support of Senator Rochas Uzodimma's camp, those who are supporting the current administration, which is Uzodimma's camp, they are mounting pressure to ensure that Okorocha is recalled from the Senate, while some other group of people believe that it is really uncalled for. Now, there had been this rumor that Hope Uzodimma, it's a rumor, it has not been confirmed, Uzodimma released as much as 1 billion naira to some group of persons to ensure, from Olu local government, precisely to ensure that they make the recall of Okorocha a success. I don't know how true it is, but if there's any truth, as we've heard from the news coming from the women for good governance in Olu, if it's actually true, then Uzodimma has not done well, because that money, 1 billion, is good enough to settle a lot of debts. There was a certain time, I don't know yet if he has been able to settle it. There was a time the pensioners were crying foul, demanding for something to be done speedily to, pay their own, what Uzodimma was owing them and all of that. That money, 1 billion naira, is enough, to fix a lot of issues in the state. So just personally, this one is personal, I feel that the right thing should be done. And if there is a possible means of getting back what any serving governor or any ex-governor stole, Uzodimma should do it. But much concentration should be given to serving the people. Good governance is overly important, considering the fact that Nigeria is sitting on a cake of gunpowder. Politically, we are struggling. In all respects, security-wise, we are struggling. I think that should be the main focus of the current administration. All this issue of running after Okorocha, trying to do this, should be secondary. But what should come out most prominent should be how he can salvage the people economically, financially, and in other ways. There are a lot to be done. If you look at the roads, if you look at the situation of the people, banditry and all of that, young people, most of them are ready to go to school. They cannot because there are no funds. About looking at those areas, seeing how you can up the economic status of your own people, than giving most concentration to this Okorocha. Okorocha, yes, he has done so much in terms of confiscating the finances of the state and also taking laws into his hands. Create a unit that will deal with that, but what should come out topmost for you as a governor should be how to protect the lives and properties of your own people and improve their well-being in all respects. That should be the crux of governance. I don't know what your opinion is, because right now, for me, there's a clash, and some of them may be raising some of these new groups, because some of these groups, we've never heard of them, but all of a sudden they're showing up. They should see how they can quell some of this crisis so that the region itself can move forward. That's what we would like to